how did it feel just getting in there? How did everything feel, body-wise, mental-wise?
Um, there was a lot of emotions going in there. It's been a long time coming, and more than anything, I was just like I said, I was very in the moment. I try not to get too emotional leading up to the fight, and my corners they did a beautiful job. My team really did a beautiful job in calming me down and telling me just be in the moment, man. Do what you do best. I fight. I'm a fighter, bro. This is what I do. So I'm very grateful for an incredible night.
You as soon as you got the TKO, you went on the camera and you just kind of let out so much emotion, so much built up. I don't know if it was stress or but it just seemed very very emotional. Can you describe to us what was that moment and that release, because that's what it felt like. It felt like a release for you.
Yeah, it was. It was in a sense. Just like I said, man. I just everything, bro. My whole life, man. Like, imagine being locked up for something you didn't do, and something that just you're there trying to fight for your life back, literally. Like, and you have so much shit holding inside. Like you're dealing with assholes every day in jail, and you're just trying not to lose it, man. Because the whole system is designed for you to break. But I just try to remain the best that I could do. The state of Florida did a great job in keeping me disciplined, locking me up, 24/7, not letting me out. So it was a release, man. It was a release just of the whole year, of everything that I've been through, all the bullshit, all the ups, the downs, more downs than ups, but a lot more ups to come now. Everything is gone. I can literally close this chapter and begin a new one, my new life, my second chance at life.
Did you feel that you needed a win to sort of put that behind you, to sort of kind of like a restart, like a reset? Did you feel like a win here was sort of a must?
Of course, you always want to win. You always got to make sure you win. That's the most important thing, because everything else is irrelevant. But I mean, I just knew what I had to do. I didn't put pressure on myself. Like I said, my corners did a great job. My team did a great job of reminding me, like, what you do. This is what I do, man. I do this for a living. I love this more than anything. And I'm happy to revive my career and slowly but surely start getting my life back together how I know that I can get it. Still out on conditional release, so I still gotta beat that. So hopefully, little by little, everything will put itself together.
Has your team done anything extra to kind of, just make sure that you're in check and everything's fine, everything's going well for you?
Everything is good, man. My team knows the real me. They know who I am. They know what I'm about. All those closest to me, they know the real me. And they know that wasn't me. And it's a whole story to my story. And I'm writing a book actually, and I'm working on it. It's so much to write, and everything that I want to educate the population about is so much to write. So I'd rather just write it down, and it's gonna take me a while, but doing my best that I can and to really bring awareness to mental health. It's a very serious thing that needs to be taken seriously. But like I said, man, everything is behind me, and we move forward.
And I know it's tough. I know it's a lot to sort of explain. But if you can just kind of give some insight to people as to like what kind of happened, because obviously this is something that doesn't happen to everyone, and you were obviously very passionate about making awareness for it, like going sort of insanity, right? Like, what sort of happened, and can you give us some insight into that?
It's like I said, it's a lot to explain. The best way that I could break it down to you guys is like, there's two different worlds, right? And if we close one off and we open one, this is the one that we're in right now. We're having, all of us, a shared conscious experience. We are all having a shared conscious experience. We acknowledge one another. I know that you're all here and you all see that I'm here. So we're all having this conscious shared experience in the world, the real world. And eventually and inevitably, you're going to go to sleep at some point in your life. And when you go to sleep, this world closes and this world opens. And this is called your dream state. And this dream state is different for every individual because everything is perception of mind. It's very scientific. But basically what happened to me And eventually, you're still in the dream world. You're going to wake up, be back in conscious reality. Okay? This is a scientific fact. We all go through it. We all need to sleep. So this is what happened to me. I went 1 day without sleep. No problem. People have done it before. I went 2 days without sleep. No problem. 3 days without sleep. 4 days without sleep. Look what's happening now to my shared conscious experience. 5 days without sleep. Now look what's happening. It's opening. 6 days without sleep. They merge. And in this merged dual state reality, you cannot distinguish what is real and what is not real. And this is called a psychosis. And that is what I was in. I saw things, hallucinations. I didn't know at the time because I had no idea. I was just freaking out. And I'm a violent person by nature. If I feel threatened, I'm going to attack. It's just my nature.
You're a fighter, yeah.
I'm a fighter, yeah. And anyway, in the long run, to wrap it all up, eventually, I came out of the psychosis. I beat what was in my head, and I'm here. And I'm grateful to be able to share it with one another, with everybody. And like I said, little by little, I'll be able to explain it more better.
Can you explain? You said that you went 5 days without sleeping.
8.
8 days without sleeping. What happened there? Well, if you could explain, and how do you prevent that from happening again?
Basically, you just gotta go to sleep. Just tell your body you have to go to sleep.
Mental health, somebody to.
Oh yeah. I have a whole team and everything, because they wanted me to. I'm doing everything I have to do, I'm doing everything I have to do. I can't really talk about it too much, because it's legal shit, But I'm doing everything that I have to do. I have to take medication. I'm doing everything. I have to see my psychiatrist, whatever. But, the no sleeping thing. After you go about 3 days, 4 days without sleep, you forget how to sleep. The body adjusts. The body always is adjusting, because the mind is on autopilot. It's called auto-consciousness. It's crazy, the whole thing. But once you learn about the mind, I read over 30 books, in jail. And I had to learn about human consciousness. I had to learn about human emotions, human feelings, about quantum physics, quantum mechanics, crazy shit. But I found my answer for my perception of what it was that I needed to do, to get back here and live the best life that I could live.
Is the road back to the UFC, or what? Where are you at in your career? What are the goals?
The UFC is inevitable, That's something that I had since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a UFC champion. I'm gonna be a UFC champion. But for the time being, I love Eagle FC. I like it here. I want to make myself valuable here. I want to be the champion here. This is what I really want. This is what I desire in life. I want to be the first bantamweight champion for Eagle FC, and I want to be able to come back to the UFC or whatever other organization with some power and some pull behind me. And but at the end of the day, I love the fight, man. I'm just grateful that I got my life back and I'm moving forward.
Yeah. And lastly, any words you'd like to say out there for anybody struggling with mental health issues or going through something similar that you went through?
Yes, just anybody going through anything, understand that it boils down to yourself. There's nobody in this world that can help you. Nobody. Nobody in this world other than you. That's it. If you want to dig yourself out of a hole, if you want to understand, it's all in front of your faces. You just got to read the books. You got to go find the information, speak to whoever you have to speak to. But inevitably, you have to do it for yourself. You're not going to find happiness with somebody else. You have to do it for yourself.